Ooga chaka, ooga 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 chaka. Easter Island Head in Worsley, the nice part of Salford. It's not all bad, guys. It's not all bad. Okay, this house here was bought 2 years ago. It's been extended. Can you see the different color in brick? Yes, you can. It's been extended, and what was really sad, like you can see the stone rays, the original stonework there. What was really sad is that what I noticed in this area, very leafy area, you know, the Englanders, us Brits, we love a leafy neighborhood. It's almost like the better your soul is, the less you chop down trees. So these gardens were full of big pine trees, like monkey puzzle trees, bloody seasonal trees, loads of trees. And whoever's bought this place has chopped every single tree down, and now they've made their house bigger. I think there is a certain type of personality that just hates trees. Okay, welcome back to the rainy symptomatic COVID test center. Again, this is the replacement for the very ramshackle homemade tents that they had out in the council car park. They've put an advanced NHS porta cabin, all glass, all fancy. Now, a lot of people comment when I come and film outside these test centers, like, where are all the customers? Where's all the people with the coof? Where's all the coughing grannies? Where's all the struggling healthy people with long COVID? They say it's a symptomatic test center, so I guess you come here if you have symptoms. Now, 0 people here, 0 people anywhere, and yeah, I'm probably going to get, you know, in serious trouble for seeing an empty test center, but you all need to see it. In Weimar, Germany in the 1930s, the economy started to tank. On Wall Street in 1929, people were going, this bubble, all speculative bubbling, it's going to go poof, and all our money is going to go poof. The Deutschmark in 1930s Germany was worth nothing. Stories of wheelbarrows of money to buy bread, and by the time you got your wheelbarrow to the bread shop, the bakery, you'd need 2 wheelbarrows of that same money because the inflation was so high. So in this terrible time, blame had to be put somewhere. We have to blame someone. Blame someone. And as we all know, in 1930s Germany, they went after a certain community, and that was that. Nothing else needs to be said on that. So fast forward to 2021 in the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. We have, for the 5th day in January, we've had over 1,000 official people who have died with COVID, COVID related. We've had over 1,000 of them per day. And obviously we have this new strain. What's the new strain called? Jack Herrera? Blue Skittles? Orange Dream? No, it's the British strain. The British strain. Now, people are losing their minds. So what are we having to do as a society, as a culture, as a community? We have to blame someone. We have to say, it's not the virus, it's not the pathogen. It's not the fact that the British version, God save the British virus. It's not to say that that virus is at fault. Even though that's our enemy, we're at war against SARS-CoV-2. No. Just like in Germany, you can't blame the stupidity, greed, inefficiency, and corruption of the stock market as a financial casino. No, you can't blame that. You have to blame someone. So in Britain in 2021, we can't just say, you know, this Wuhan cough and sneeze is to blame. So no, what did we get last night on television? Last night on television, broadcast live to the nation from the podium with the 2 Union Jacks, British Empire, all that good stuff. You had a lady called Priti Patel. She is the Home Secretary, and just to rewind slightly, a few months ago, she almost got sacked. She was almost fired for being, well, the bully in a lot of very, very severe bullying allegations from the Home Office. These were senior civil servants. These were educated, nice, middle-class people getting shouted at, put down, humiliated by the Home Secretary, Priti Patel. And there's a TV show called Spitting Image, where she is presented as a Dracula figure. You know, Priti the Dracula. Whoa, just slipped there. And so, vampire Priti Patel, she went on national television to look deep into the lens and to blame the great unwashed British peasantry for flexing the rules, for bending the rules, for finding loopholes to the rules, for going out, for not staying at home. Priti Patel was very stern on TV last night. And there was a beautiful moment where she goes, well, I have castigated the classroom of naughty children enough. Over to you, Chief of Police. And then the Chief of Police then, he continued to say, yeah, thank you, Vampire Priti. And then it was literally a 5-minute show of hate against house parties, funerals, religious gatherings, business meetings being passed off as a party. And the general message was clear, is that our dear leaders are trying to save our lives, our grannies' lives. And because we are disgusting, pathogen-ridden blood bags walking around, and there was another government minister, I can't remember who it was, he says we must act as if we are infected with the contagion. Here's me going to a supermarket. How do I go and buy food if I'm acting like I've got the cough and sneeze? So, I think I saw the writing on the wall. I saw this about a week ago, that the vibrations are turning very nasty against us exempt non-mask wearers. And even my own mother started getting upset with me for having videos online, photographs, out shopping in shopping malls without the mask. I get told off. I'm a 40-year-old man, but that Brazilian mum, when she starts getting irate on the telephone, you listen and you go, okay, mama, okay, mama. You see, as a half British, half Brazilian man, I have two queens. One sits in the Palace of Buckingham, and one lives up in Scotland with my dad. I'll take the knee to, would I take the knee to the Queen Elizabeth? Well, it depends what else was on offer. Guys, I did a video yesterday called Weird Times. Well, the times are even weird. Day to day, it just gets weirder and weirder. I'll tell you what else I found weird. While we're sticking to the British governmental cabinet, our dearest leader, the blonde bombshell that single-handedly fucked a nation of 55 million called England. It was on Pornhub. You should see that. A blonde bombshell effed everyone. He was at some trade meeting yesterday, and he started ranting, even though it's no secret. Everyone knows now. Okay, everyone knows now. That's a bit of a appeal to the community. Ignore logic. Just if the community believes... No. It's as likely that it was released from a laboratory as it crossed over from bat to pangolin to human. And Boris Johnson was at his trade meeting, and fair enough, you know, praise be where praise is deserved. He was telling off the Chinese Communist Party a lot. But in the theater of clown world, he then goes, oh, no, I don't agree with the Americans or the French or the Italian or the Israeli Secret Service or whatever. No. I believe it was the skin trade, the fur trade, the scale trade of the pangolin. You got to look up the pangolin. If you don't know what a pangolin is, what a beautiful, beautiful word. Pangolin, pangolin. Because obviously the British, they receive more Chinese money than a bottom at an S&M orgy receives dildos. This is going to get demonetized. And so, to conclude this video, to keep it a bit shorter today, I watch the news now, like as an anthropologist, saying, oh, what's the message for the masses? What are they trying to convince the masses of today? And what we've seen a comeback in the last 10 days is footage of overweight elderly patients being flipped over by 9 nurses at a time on a ventilator. like a kind of bootleg Immortan Joe from Mad Max. You will live forever, shiny and chrome in Valhalla. Right. We're obviously not at the stage yet where we need to pick up the muskets and join other militias and Minutemen. We're not at that stage. We're at the stage now where you have virtual gulag. The virtual gulag, you know, you get deplatformed off the mainstream Twitters, Facebooks, YouTube, etc. They even nuked Ron Paul. It's happening. So you get deplatformed, you're not allowed to talk, you're not allowed out of your house to go meet up with people to chat. So what do? You join Parler or an alternative service, and then that gets nuked. So you're basically silenced. You can't go down the pub, you can't go and meet 20 people for a chat about politics on Speaker's Corner in London. You are literally virtually gulagged. And I know that in the middle of a pandemic, it would be very difficult to have a flawless, perfect response. But the very foundations of our society are starting to unravel and come apart at the seams. Someone is pulling on either end of the fabric a bit too hard. Anyway, final tip. If you want your freedom back, if you really want your freedom back, you're a YouTuber and you have to film around. You can't do your films from home or from your hotel room, so you have to be out and about. So if you're self-employed, if you're a YouTuber, you're out filming. You're out filming. Anyway, that's enough. 11 minutes.